May 29th, 1453. Somewhere behind these walls, a city that has stood for over 1,000 years is about to die, and almost no one inside knows it yet. For 1,100 years, the walls of Constantinople had never fallen. Emperors rose and emperors were murdered. Plagues swept through and left. Armies came from every direction, and every single one turned back. The people who lived here called their city simply the city, as if there could be no other. Tonight, that certainty is about to break. Outside the walls, an Ottoman army of more than 50,000 men waits in the dark. Inside, fewer than 8,000 defenders stand between them and the last capital of Rome.
Walk the streets tonight, and you would smell tallow candles and incense drifting from 100 churches. Constantinople still glitters, even now, even starving. The great dome of Hagia Sophia rises over rooftops packed so close that neighbors can pass bread window to window. But look closer, and the cracks show. Grass grows in abandoned courtyards. Entire neighborhoods near the walls sit empty, their people gone, their houses hollow. The population that once numbered 500,000 has fallen to under 50,000. This is a capital wearing the memory of an empire it can no longer support.
Inside the palace, Emperor Constantine XI has not slept properly in weeks. He has begged Europe for help. Ships were promised. Soldiers were promised. Almost none arrived. Tonight, he rides along the walls himself, torch in hand, checking each gate, each tower, each exhausted man. He knows what is coming. He has known for days. He knows what is coming. He has known for days. For nearly 2 months, Sultan Mehmed II, 21 years old and utterly consumed by one obsession, has thrown everything he has at these walls. He has built a cannon so massive it took 60 oxen to move it. A bronze monster capable of firing a stone ball the size of a man. Section by section, the ancient Theodosian walls, the greatest fortifications in the medieval world, have begun to crumble. The defenders have held anyway. Genoese soldiers under Giovanni Giustiniani have plugged breaches with rubble, wood, anything they can find. Greek fire has turned the harbor to flame more than once. Mehmed dragged 70 ships overland on greased logs in a single night to bypass the chain blocking the Golden Horn. A maneuver so audacious, the defenders woke to find an enemy fleet floating where no fleet should exist. But an army of this size cannot be held back forever. And tonight, Mehmed has decided the waiting is over. Just after midnight, the Ottoman drums begin. Not scattered skirmishing. Everything. All at once. Waves of irregular troops surge forward first, meant to exhaust the defenders before the real assault arrives. Then, the elite. Then, finally, the Sultan's own janissaries, the best soldiers in his empire, screaming forward under torchlight. Inside the city, church bells ring in every district, calling every remaining man to the walls. Priests, merchants, old men who have not held a sword in decades. They know, the way a city knows in its bones, that this night is not like the others.
At the gate of St. Romanus, Giustiniani takes a wound that will prove fatal. When he is carried from the wall, panic spreads faster than the wound itself. Then someone, no one is ever certain who, leaves a small postern gate unlocked. The Kerkoporta, a door meant for nothing more than sorties and supplies. Ottoman soldiers find it open. Word spreads through the ranks like fire through dry grass. They are inside.
Stand your ground!
Defenders who held for weeks against cannon and siege now break in minutes against a rumor.
Retreat! All is lost!
Emperor Constantine XI, seeing the walls breached, is said to have torn off his imperial regalia so he would not be recognized and captured. He rides into the fighting one last time. He is never seen again. By sunrise, Ottoman soldiers move through streets that hours earlier still belonged to Rome. Some residents lock themselves in Hagia Sophia, praying that an angel will descend to save the city, just as an old legend promised. No angel comes. The doors are broken open by midday. Sultan Mehmed rides to the great cathedral himself, dismounts, and touches the ground in a gesture of humility before stepping inside beneath a dome unlike anything he has ever seen. He orders it preserved. From this day, it will serve a new faith. The city that has stood for 11 centuries now belongs to someone else. And so, in a single night, an empire that outlived Rome itself by 1,000 years came to an end. Historians would later mark this moment as the closing of the medieval world, the last ember of ancient Rome finally going dark. But the city itself did not vanish. It changed its name, changed its faith, changed its rulers, and kept living. Streets that once echoed with Greek prayers filled with new languages, new markets, new life. Istanbul rose from Constantinople's ashes and never stopped growing. History rarely ends the way we expect. Empires fall, but the places they built keep breathing. If you want to walk through the next lost world with us, make sure you're subscribed. And tell us in the comments which city or civilization we should reconstruct next.